Hey guys, I'm Mr. Chewy Side, and here's a video for you guys, and it's a track guide for Chicagoland. Now I'm going to talk about some things here. First off, I've been kind of late on my advanced driving school videos. They'll come back this time on Fridays. I had to move it on Fridays because I've been busy, so yeah, that's where we're moving it to. And second, I guess I have to talk about a race line too in this race. Or this guide, because I kind of run different during the race. It changes with the whole new dynamic surface and track model they had updated. It seems to be more of a factor this race, or something like that. I don't know. And one thing you'll notice, I can actually show you here real quick. Okay, no, I can't. Alright, when I show the race line that I do, which will be after the main line that I run for this fast lap, and that's when I'll show you what I'm talking about. But the changes are that, I guess, rubber will be scrubbed out the tires more, meaning it should rubber up and heat up the track surface even more on the groove that you're running, pretty much meaning you're going to have to look around for cooler track. Which kind of works, but not really. It's not 100% realistic. It's almost there. It's better than last season, I'll give you that, but yeah. So I'll just shut up, do the lap, then I'll talk about everything. Alright, and at this point, I'm gonna go ahead and go over to showing you the race run that I did, I guess. Kind of. And then I think I already talked about it in that clip. You know, oh well. So I guess I'll be back. Alright, here's a line that may or may not be run during the race. You know, you can pick, I guess, search around for grip, because it's not gonna stay the same. Now what I found out is you can migrate around and search for different line, because it will change, but like within the first 10-15 laps of a run, you're probably going to be right against the line, but it starts to push quite bad. So what I was doing after this amount of line, you can see I'm running up here, but you can see I'm not exactly next to the wall, and there's a reason. You can see it right there. There's tons of dirt out there. Meaning you're probably going to smack the wall if you try to use that line, because there's no grip. Until somebody cleans the outside groove off, it's pretty much useless. And what I found out in my testing, you're either on the bottom or the third groove. The second middle is just useless. At least that's what I thought. But that's what I've been running. My lap times up in this line were about the same as they were on the bottom. But you can carry more momentum up here and get a run down back. But that's pretty much what I'm probably going to be doing during the race. So again, about 10 laps, we're going to be right on the line, unless you think you're better up here, which you might be able to. But for me, I'm just probably going to run these two kind of lines. I'm just throwing it out there. You can run either or. As I said, right away, you're actually going to be slower if you try this at the beginning of a run. But as I said, 10 laps in, it'll stabilize. But yeah, that's it. Anyways, back to the regular guide. Alright, after that little explanation of a race line, we're gonna take a look at the line I ran in this clip here. So again, the one thing you'll notice up next to the wall in that clip, there was a lot of dirt. And that pretty much what prevents you from running that next to the wall until somebody cleans it off, which might take a whole pack of cars to do. So anyways, we're going into one. And what I'm doing here is I'm turning in, and as I'm turning in, as the car reacts to your turn in, like right here, I'm starting to let off the gas, and that's when I get on the brakes, and I use some brakes, and you can see it right here. It's very subtle. You can see it. But when I'm on the brakes at about, let's say 20%, the front end wants to slap itself into the ground. Like right there, it smacks the track. You can feel it. It feels awful. The car doesn't want to turn. But so use the brake and stay on it for about 20%. And then once you get past that bump, start to release to nothing. Pretty much as you're passing the caution light on the right. You can see it there on the right. Chicagolandspeedway.com, caution light. Right here I'm circling. And there you should be letting it roll to the way bottom, preferably right again on the line. Any lower and you're going to spin the car. Any higher and it'll push. But you can see I'm letting it roll forever, and that's mostly due to the new downforce package compared to what we had last year. And pretty much when you get it to the line, start picking the throttle up, which should be around the caution light again and the billboard entrancey. So we're passing the caution light here. It's off screen. The billboard right there in the Dollar General is where I'm picking the throttle up. Again, try to stay on the line. I might want to wash up a little bit, don't worry. And then get back to the gas as soon as you feel like it's done, turning down. And then drive back out, and here's where it gets tricky. You'll see it. I'm starting to drive back out as you approach the McDonald's M there. So I'm driving back out, and here the car gets really unsettled because you're going across 3 different lanes of track. It's weird. I don't know how to explain it. It goes from tight to loose, and then even more loose on corner exit. So you got to drive it off the corner, try to stay in the gas, and remember here in Chicago, the backstretch is not straight. It's slightly curving, so kind of use that to your advantage. So we're making our way to 3. We slow that down, I enter, and I brake actually quite late compared to turn 1. So I'm already about half a car length past the caution light. You see it right there? See how it's just green? Right when I'm passing that, let off the gas. Again, about 15-20% brake for a split second. You're rarely on it. And there's couple reasons for that. It's a 1, you're scrubbing your speed off quicker in the corner, and 2, too much brake will upset the car. And I guess I should have mentioned this. I'm at a 10-to-1 steering ratio. And nothing else has changed except the brake bias. I moved to 63, but that's all preference. For me, that's why I had to use the brake very lightly. Or I'll spin going in and it'll over-rotate and I'll hit the apron. There's just a lot of grip compared to 1. So that's what I'm doing. Tapping the brake just to set the nose down, and then I'm letting it roll from here on. So again, you're on the brake for like 5 feet. Then use the car's going to want to roll, and it wants to rotate here quite a bit. And again, once you get to the line, pick up the throttle and use this to kind of, tighten the car up. You can see I got a tiny piece of the apron there, but it's alright. I'm right on the line and drive it out. It gets real loose here, so make your way to the far exit of the corner. Again, keep on top of the looseness. You can see that in real time. But you can see once I picked the throttle up, I stayed in it. And here you can go to the apron if you want. That's just really optional, but that's what I got for my time. Don't know how fast it is. Looking forward to this whole dynamic track. You can see that dirt here on the right. See it? See how it's dirty? This is the whole new starting dust deal they added in. And the difference between this surface model and last year's surface model, or last week I should say, because it'd be before the new build was. Alright, the starting track temp is lower. It should be somewhat like that, and you can see it's about 8-9 degrees cooler on the start, but it will warm up late in a race, but I haven't quite seen that yet, but we'll find out this week when we do the race. So again, remember the run up next to the wall. If you want to, you can try it. Just don't hit the wall. That's why in that one line video or clip, I was just one groove off the wall later in a run, because the car gets real tight on the bottom to where you really have to slow down. But yeah, tires will be important this week, so keep that in mind. There's going to be quite a few people short pitting. For the fact is, you lose about 2 seconds at just 20 laps. At least I do. I suck at tire saving now, but whatever. Anyways, Sim Racing Chewy side, yeah.